Hi guys, I'm Matt and welcome back to Rybrook BMW in Shrewsbury. Today is a very exciting one. I've got the keys to this, our BMW i8 Protonic Red Edition, for the whole day. It's a beautiful day in Wales. We're going to take this car on many different roads, try it out, see what it's like, and then I'll answer the big question: can you really daily a BMW i8? So without further ado, let's jump in and let's go. So today I'm going to be taking the car through some lovely Welsh B roads, through some sleepy villages and down the coast. Now I'm sure you all know the headline figures for this car, but let's just recap those stats. In the front, this car has a 131 brake horsepower electric motor. Now you can run that for up to 23 miles. Then you will need to stop and charge, or start this car's onboard generator, which actually happens to be a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine. Now that will charge the batteries while you're driving, so theoretically you never actually have to plug this car into the mains. Now when the battery systems are on, this car is only front wheel drive. When the petrol engine in the back is on, this car is only rear wheel drive. But in sport mode, this car uses both. It harnesses the power of that electric motor in the front and the petrol engine in the back. Now that combined produces 362 brake horsepower. Now because this car is very light, it's actually made from something called CFRP, which is carbon fibre reinforced plastic. This car can propel itself from 0 to 62 miles an hour in 4.4 seconds and onto a top speed of 155 miles an hour. Now, that's not all what this car's about. This car's about economy as well. So this car, this low-down sports car, supercar some may say, only produces 49 grams per kilometre of CO2, which is an unbelievably low figure. Now also, the claimed MPG on this car is 139 miles per gallon, which for a car like this is unbelievable. The one that I'm driving today is a very special i8. It's a Protonic Red Edition, which is a limited edition car. Now that's all of the boring stats covered. Let's crack on. Let's find some lovely Welsh B roads and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Roads like this car really comes into its own. When the gearbox is switched to sport, everything firms up. The gearbox is more responsive, the throttle response is more responsive, it holds onto gears for longer, the suspension is stiffened, the dials in the middle turn red to indicate sport, and this is when you get the full 362 brake horsepower, and it really just comes alive on these roads. And even a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine, I don't know how they've managed it, but it actually sounds really good, amazingly. As I say, it firms up, everything gets so much more responsive, and it turns into a real sports car. It loses its width, there's no doubt about it. This is a very wide car, but when the going gets twisty and you really start to press on, you really don't feel the width of this car. But I think that's what it does very well, and what all BMWs do very well. The whole thing shrinks around the driver. BMW have always been very good at that. It makes a very large, wide car feel very small, nimble. You could drive this thing with your fingertips, you can feel everything that's going on through the steering wheel. The gear changes are really, really quick. This is not a dual clutch system. This is a 6-speed ZF box with no clutch. It's just a torque converter. So for it to change gear as quickly and ferociously as it does in sport is really, really amazing. I'm thoroughly enjoying driving this car through these amazing roads. But we'll keep pressing on, we'll get through, and then we'll head down into a lovely little seaside village. See you in a little bit. So we've just dropped out of the mountains into a small seaside town called Newquay. Now this car, for all its dynamic driving through the mountains, I think here is where it impresses most. If you put everything back into complete comfort mode, I'm currently in full electric e-drive as well, and it is completely silent. It smooths out creases in the road fantastically. Now what we're going to do, go and get some food, and I'll catch up back up with you in a short while. So, my day with the i8. It shocked me, it surprised me at how capable it is. You would have seen that last week I went out and drove the brand new M5 and was astounded by how capable that is. But what's amazing about this car is it does pretty much all of the same things, just in a slightly different package. Obviously the M5 is designed to be a soft, comfortable cruiser, but this is a low-down sports car. Some would say supercar, but the way that it does both power, speed, handling, but also comfort. Driving through the small town of Newquay, it was very, very quiet, very comfortable. You can pop it into e-drive, and it's deathly silent. It's amazing, and I'm pretty sure that I could have driven around Newquay in a Ferrari and not got as many looks as we did in this car today. It just turns heads no matter where it goes. The amount of people getting their phones out to take pictures of it. I only stopped for 5 seconds and I had 3 people come over and talk to me about this car. It's genuinely amazing, this thing, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have this car for the whole day. So in conclusion, this car, you can daily it quite easy. Now, thank you very, very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for many, many more videos to come, and I will see you next time. Cheers.